Hello, Guardians. It is Ebontis here, and we are on IO. Xur has arrived. We're over here in Giant Scar. Let's check his inventory. Hopefully you guys are all staying at home, if possible, staying safe as you can. Stay healthy. And also, if you did miss the recording of The Last Word and you need a little bit of laughter, that was a fun episode to record. We had our guest on there, Man at Arms. If you haven't seen him before, part of Destiny Unfiltered. Definitely a good time to listen. I'll get that info at the end of the podcast. Xur has oh my god. Okay, well, Xur has an inventory. Just to remind you that exotic engram, make sure you buy this thing once a week if you got the shards for it. It's a good way to get a couple of good rolls on a good roll on an exotic, not more than one, just one, and it's per account. But you do get a chance of getting something with good stats. Everything that he sells is stats that are trash, usually 58 to about 52 to about 48. Everything is wrong that I'm saying today, but just ignore what I'm saying. But you do get a chance at a good stat roll exotic, which is good. Typically, it's going to work as a checklist of anything you've had before. You won't get anything like duplicated until you've had it all per character, by the way. If I have every exotic on my Titan and I have every weapon, I'm not going to typically start getting Warlock exotics unless I switch to that Warlock character. So, be on the character you are looking for armor on if you are buying this thing. For his gear. If you don't know about this weapon, I would be very surprised, I think is the best way I know how to say this. This is Hard Light, his exotic for the week. In case you didn't think you were going to see it enough in Trials, it's gonna be in there just a little bit more. What is Hard Light? Well, it has been in the past an auto rifle that can shoot arc, solar, or void. All you do is hold down the reload button, and you can change the damage type that you fire. And it also has a couple cool perks to it. Rounds fired from this weapon have no damage fall-off, so if they do actually connect, even if it is a mile away, they will actually still connect with full damage, no damage drop-off. Over-penetrates targets, so they can go through, and ricochet off hard surfaces. Projectile damage increases after bounce. So if you actually get a ricochet to hit something, you're going to do more to it than you would have just by normally shooting it, which is an interesting strategy when it comes to Trials, which I've heard about. If you want to counter this thing and you see this in Trials, pull out Suros. Don't try and outrange it. But if you definitely get that spinning up active, you can definitely win some battles against Hard Light. It is not the be-all, end-all. It's strong, not going to argue. But it's an auto rifle. There are other things that people use to beat it. So if you don't have this gun, it is pretty fun to use. They have kind of reined in the stability. If you get the Catalyst, the stability goes to about 100. So it's actually quite stable. And then the camera shake that this thing used to have is basically gone. So it is a very controllable auto rifle that you can use arc, solar, and void. So if you're doing something like a Nightfall, that could be beneficial. Oh, but wait, the exotic slot for mods to put a barrier or overload or anything like that on there doesn't exist on exotics, so you can't do that. I'm sorry, small little tiny rant on this Hard Light. Hard Light's a pretty fun weapon. It's pretty strong in PvP right now. If you don't have it, pick it up because you can do arc, solar, and void. And it hits from pretty far away, and it's pretty stable now after a little bit of changes. So enjoy the weapon. But yeah, people are going to have some thoughts about this one. I am curious. Below in the comments, let me know your thoughts. Are you guys enjoying the Trials is up there? Or do you guys think it should be nerfed? Are you guys thinking people are like screaming too loudly right now? Very curious your thoughts on this weapon just in Destiny 2 right now. Let me know below. Off to the armor. For a hunter, this is kind of a must-have, the Orpheus Rig. Uncanny Arrows provides ability energy for each enemy tethered by deadfall anchors. Mobius Quiver has more shots. So we know Tether, you shoot it at the ground, you'll tether enemies, you'll slow them down, you'll, suppress them. So pretty much any abilities are toast. So it is very beneficial in PvP. If you're running around in Mayhem, this is kind of like the hunter version of Fun Police. So this is also a pretty good thing to use. But in PvE, if you are going to run Tether with a group, you don't get as much as you used to. It has been nerfed to an extent. I think it's capped at about 50% now, but if you fire a tether and tether enough enemies, you're going to get half of your super back. So you're going to be able to tether a lot. And tethering is still a good thing on groups of enemies, clearing them quickly, generating orbs for your team. All in all, still tethering a very good thing. Mobius Quiver having more shots if you're going to solo, just shoot that Mobius Quiver into people. It's got different options. People enjoy this exotic. So if you do not have this for some reason, newer to the game, it is one you do not want to miss. So make sure if you've got the shards, buy this one. You're going to want to definitely have it as at least a backup plan in case you need to use it at some point. For the Titans, we've got Stronghold. Now, swords are actually kind of a good feeling weapon this season, so these actually might get a little more use out of them. Perk here is Clenched Fist. Maximizes guard stats on equipped swords. Shots blocked immediately after you guard will heal you. So your guard stats are a couple things. If you look at any sword that you've got, you can see 2 stats. You got guard resistance, 3. Guard efficiency and guard endurance. Guard resistance, damage reduction while guarding with this weapon against Moke's attacks. So you will take less damage while you guard. Reduce the amount of energy required to guard. So your little energy that you use as you're using heavy attacks and stuff also is affected by guard. And that's actually going to be able to last much longer for anything that you do. And then how long you can maintain your guard with your weapon. So it's going to slowly drain while you hold guard. That's the endurance. And the efficiency is the amount of energy that's going to get knocked off if you take some damage. So these are all going to get pushed out really, really far if you're using Stronghold. So if you are enjoying swords right now, it's actually a pretty good thing to try out. Maximizing guard stats on equipped swords. Shots blocked immediately after you guard will heal you. So it's kind of almost like a perfect parry. If you get that timing right, if you block a shot that's flying at you, especially some of those tracking ones by Vandals, you can get your shield back if you time that block correctly. And with these, you're probably going to get used to blocking a lot more frequently. So blocking doesn't take away your ammo anymore, which is nice, but you just have a limited amount of energy that you can block with your sword. And this is going to make that blocking much, much more efficient, which is kind of cool. So definitely pick these up. I'm going to be messing around with them this weekend just because I haven't even thought about them a little bit. And I have been using swords a lot this season, so these may be able to take swords to that next level. I'm going to experiment and see, but if you're a Titan and you like swords at all, definitely consider these as an addition to your collection. And here we have Contraverse Hold, which was a bit spicier last season, but it got brought down to a reasonable level along with Handheld Supernova. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade with Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova, which was the giant problem with this one in the first place. Your resistance of damage was 40% last season. It has been brought down to 20% of a resistance. So you're still harder to kill. You're just not feeling next to God tier while you're charging a grenade. Charged Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on hit. Sometimes it's going to give you back the whole thing, which is impressive. So if you do enjoy your Void subclass and you like throwing grenades, it's still not a bad one. It's just not as strong as it used to be. Handheld Supernova also got neutered a little bit because it was insanely strong, widespread, it was all over PvP. So it's been brought back in. I don't see it as much now. Actually, I don't see it hardly at all, which I guess means it may have been taken too far. But this is one of those that you never know if things get nerfed. They may get brought back up later. If you don't have this one and you still enjoy throwing Void Grenades or charging these things as you get that option to, buy it. Still a fun one to use. Again, all of these exotics are going to be based on if you have a lot of shards, you should add them to your collection so you can at least enjoy the effects, see if they work with your playstyle. And then from there, you can toy around and be like, hey, then I do want a better one of these with stats and stuff of that nature. And that is basically Xur for the week. Trials is kicking off right now. Actually, don't know what the map is yet as of recording this thing. Haven't checked. So if you are playing Trials, have fun and enjoy. You may see some laser light shows because hard light is going to be probably still a thing, but so is Revoker, so is Suros, so is some other things. Play, have fun. They are working on things, they have said. Anti-cheat measures are out there, but of course, you know, cheating is going to be rampant because they're always going to try and find ways to do it. So have fun, take a break if you want to, enjoy it, but I wanted to at least get you guys this video for his inventory in case you wanted to know what he was selling. So if you need to pop on, grab the engram, see if there's any exotics you don't have in your collection so you can continue to complete yours. If you guys haven't caught me before, I am on Twitter. Twitch, I've been streaming a lot lately, twitch.tv/Ebontis, find me there a lot. Working at home will do that to you. And then right here, also, on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And also, YouTube algorithms are always a little screwy. If you guys have not hit the alert bell next to the subscribe button, please do that one. That will actually help get my videos to you, as opposed to being lost in whatever YouTube purgatory is out there for most of our videos. So, thank you all for the support. If you enjoyed the video, like it. It's always appreciated. Drop a comment below if you have thoughts about any of this. And I hope to see you guys soon in another one. Have a good one.